Hey there my peeps, here's part 2 of the prediction game video for Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries, the match you're going to see this Sunday at Turning Point. So, in this video, in part 2, as I always do, I'll go into more detail as to why I think my prediction is going to win the matchup. And my prediction for this matchup is Jeff Hardy walking out as still TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So why did I pick Jeff Hardy? Well, if you watch my Bound for Glory prediction game video, I stated in that video that one of the reasons I thought Jeff Hardy was going to win the world title off of Austin Aries in the first place was because there's some talk, or there's some rumors that Jeff Hardy's contract with TNA is expiring soon. And obviously, you know, Jeff Hardy's a top star. He's one of the most over guys in TNA. Wherever he goes, really, he's pretty over with the fans. I remember when he was in the WWE, John Cena was like the top, Raw star, and Jeff was like the top SmackDown star. Jeff was pretty close to John Cena, so yeah, Jeff Hardy's a pretty big superstar, pretty over, and sells some merchandise. So TNA obviously wants to keep Jeff Hardy, on their roster. So in hopes, I guess, to keep Jeff Hardy on their roster, obviously they want to keep him happy. So, the dirt sheets mostly were saying that there were plans to, give Jeff Hardy the world title, and they made him win the Bound for Glory series so he could be happy, I guess, or re-sign because, he knows he'll be used as a top guy. He'll be the world champion. So one of my big reasonings here for thinking Jeff Hardy retains here is, if they put the title on Jeff Hardy out Bound for Glory in hopes of him staying, then I doubt they take the championship off him so soon, the pay-per-view right after. I mean, what's the point of doing that? I guess, some people could say just so, we can have a winner in the Bound for Glory series, because so far the Bound for Glory series started, the year before with Rude winning, and then he lost at Bound for Glory. So they kind of needed somebody to win the Bound for Glory series to prove that, hey, if you win the Bound for Glory series, you can win the World Heavyweight Championship. It can be done. It's been done in the past, or it's been done, I guess, a month ago right now, as Jeff Hardy won the title. And now that they've done that, they could just, take the title off Jeff Hardy. No, I doubt that's gonna happen. And another reason why I think Jeff Hardy is going to keep the title this Sunday or win this match is you got to keep in mind that Bobby Roode cannot, I was going to say that Bobby Roode cannot challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship as long as Austin Aries is a champion, but now I just thought about that, and I'm pretty sure that only applies to Austin Aries' first reign as champion. By the way, as you can see here, with the new oh my god moments, I made this match a little bit more exciting by doing the outside superplex on top of some ladders. That was pretty cool. Maybe it would have been cool if I could use some tables, but this is not a TLC match. It's only a ladder match, so I just stacked a couple ladders on the ground and did that superplex. So what was I talking about? Yeah, I was talking about Roode and that whole title shot thing with Austin Aries. Yeah, that doesn't count, so forget that. Even if Austin Aries wins here, Bobby Roode, I believe, would get the title shot if he wins the number one contendership match, the three-way number one contendership match. Not just because he won the three-way number one contendership match, but because this would be Austin Aries' second reign, and I think Hogan's whole "you can't challenge Austin Aries as long as he's champion" only applies to his first reign, like I said. But like I also said, I doubt Austin Aries would walk out as champion here. And also, speaking of the whole Bobby Roode thing and the number one contendership match and all that stuff, if you saw my prediction game video, the first one, part 1 of this video, where I give you guys my prediction for the Bobby Roode versus James Storm versus AJ Styles match, I stated that I think Bobby Roode's going to win that match. And if Roode indeed does win, then what happens? He gets a title shot at Final Resolution. So let's say Austin Aries wins the championship. Then Rude would have to face Austin Aries at Final Resolution. And Austin Aries is a heel, Rude is a heel. So it'd be heel versus heel for the championship. I doubt that would happen too. And you gotta keep in mind as well, if Austin Aries beats Jeff Hardy is then entitled to a rematch. So then not only do you have Jeff Hardy, who has, his rematch clause, but you also have Rude, who wins, or, I'm thinking wins the triple threat number one contendership match. So you'd have these two guys who are entitled title shots. It's, it wouldn't make too much sense unless they make a three-way match where it's Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries versus Rude. Do I think that would happen? Well, if Austin Aries does win this match, which I've stated, I don't think it's going to happen. If he does win, then yeah, I could see that happening. I could see a three-way match. And another scenario I could see involving a three-way matchup is, lately on Impact, Austin Aries has been walking around with the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, the original one, and Jeff Hardy's been walking around with his custom TNA Championship. And this past Thursday on Impact, you had Hogan demanding Austin Aries that he hands over that championship back. And then at the end of the show, not only did they hang the custom Jeff Hardy Championship on top of that ladder, but they also hang the original TNA World Heavyweight Championship. So both belts were hanging on top there. Which leads me to believe that maybe at Turning Point they're going to have both championship up there. Which also leads me to think that maybe Jeff Hardy does not win this match. But maybe what happens is a draw where Jeff Hardy grabs one of the championships and Austin Aries grabs the other championship, and like they grab it at the same time. So then the referee doesn't know what to do and declares it a draw. So Jeff Hardy is still the champion, and because of that, Austin Aries then could get a rematch. Since really he didn't lose the match, it was a draw. And you'd also have, like I said, Rude or whoever else. Let's say Rude doesn't win that three-way match. It could be James Storm or AJ Styles. That person, whoever wins that, three-way matchup, could get in the match at Final Resolution. So it'd be Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries versus that other guy. So yeah, that's another scenario where I could see a three-way match happening. So, there's a bunch of different scenarios. The most likely one, in my opinion, is Jeff Hardy just winning. The second most likely one, if there's two championships, above the ladder, then I could see both guys grabbing one championship at the same time and the referee being confused, calling it a draw. But at the even if it's a draw, Jeff Hardy is still the champion, but it's a draw, so neither guys lose. So then, like I said, the three-way match happens at Final Resolution. And the least likely scenario is just Austin Aries regaining, I guess, his championship. So that's pretty much it for my detailed prediction. And as you can see there, my Jeff Hardy created character, as he grabbed the ladder and he fell on top of the steel steps. That would be a huge botch in real life if that happened. But yeah, this is a video game. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, you can click that like button. With that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.
Here is your winner and still total non-stop action heavyweight champion Jeff Hardy.
How much pain and suffering did he sustain in this grueling match?
To be the champ, you'll sacrifice it all, and that's exactly what we saw tonight.